summarise that for me then. So why is this so controversial? Because I think it would have been a more controversial headline if it said that the king wasn't a billionaire. So why is there a potential point of contention about transparency?
I think there are several issues here. One is that King Charles is much richer than his mother. And therefore, what we're talking about here is accrued wealth. And the main reason why he's become so rich is that under a deal struck with John Major, sovereigns can avoid inheritance tax, which incidentally is one of the reasons why Andrew, I know, not somebody who gets much public sympathy, but why Andrew is said to be in despair, because he is clearly not the sovereign, nor indeed Anne or Edward. And so most of the Queen's private wealth has been funneled through Charles to avoid inheritance tax. For example, Balmoral, not just a Highland castle, a thumping great estate, arrives in Charles' lap without him having to pay one dot or iota of inheritance tax. Ditto Sandringham. And then you get onto the duchies. Now, the Duchy of Cornwall, we know, worth £1 billion, by the way, has just plopped into William's lap. Of course, he will one day, if all goes according to plan, be sovereign. Meanwhile, Charles has the Duchy of Lancashire. And that in itself delivers something to the tune of £20+ million a year for the sovereign to play with. This is separate from the Crown Estates. The Crown Estates held in the monarch's name, including swathes of property, incidentally, and land in London, Regent Street, Hyde Park, etc. They are governed in the name of the sovereign. The monies go to the government, and from that money, the sovereign is then paid a proportion. I think 2021-22, it was about £85 million. So that is separate. Okay. That's the sovereign grant. But those other monies I referred to are exempt from all normal rules that someone like you, Patrick, despite your vast salary, you would be subjected to if you die.